This ground is sacred ground from a baseball perspective.
The crack of the bat and the roar of the crowd will return to Mayberry Field.
I'm happy for one thing and excited at the same time, because it's been a long time coming, in a sense, because this was where we grew up at.
The original ball field was part of Mayberry Park. During segregation, it was the only park in Greenville where African American children could play.
We were closer to the park, so we always felt like it was our park, the neighborhood of Greasy Corner, and the people up at West Greenville. But we had the kids from Sterling High School, Haney Street, Green Avenue, Southern Side, Brutontown. They all came here and played with us.
Now being rebuilt inside Unity Park for all children, thanks in part to a large donation from Greenville Drive owner Craig Brown and his wife Vicki.
The story of Mayberry Park, I think, is a narrative our community can learn from. And it's also, thankfully, a story that we can build our future around.
With this field coming back to life, I think a lot of people who maybe aren't from here are going to, for the first time, maybe understand the very rich baseball history that occurred right here.
Greenville native Mike Chabarro is the author of Voices of Meadowbrook Park, Memories of Greenville, South Carolina's historical baseball park.
That's home plate down there where you see that guy walking.
John Whiteside is prominently featured in the book.
Sterling High School and the Black Spinners practice here. The Black Spinners minor league ball team. Sterling ran track and field here, practiced football here, we practiced baseball here. It was a multi-purpose field at that time.
The conditions within and around Mayberry Park were poor. A dumping ground for the city, a dog pound, a detention center for women, and a police shooting range.
Police used to have an outdoor shooting range over there where that big tree is on the third baseline, where they would come and do target practice in the daytime while we was out here on the field.
Further chipping away at Mayberry, the city sold more than half the park to a minor league baseball owner who built Meadowbrook Park for whites.
You had Meadowbrook Park, which was the home of minor league baseball from 1938 to 1972. So you had 45 future Hall of Famers who played in that park. But you can't separate the history of that park from Mayberry Park, which was right out its back door here. And so at Mayberry Park, you had many equally as great athletes from the black community, but those athletes didn't have perhaps the same opportunity as their white counterparts in a segregated society. So it'd be great to recognize both of them and to unify that into one as we talk about the rich baseball history here.
That rich history now has a place in Greenville's future.
We thank you for the blessings, not only for the city of Greenville and for those of you who donated, but for those of you who knew nothing at all about our community, but who wanted to restore the memory and who wanted to restore something that was taken away and help give it back. Thank you, and may God bless you.
I'm Lauren Thomas for the City of Greenville.